The discovery of a woman's body in a quiet canal has cast a long and somber shadow over an already troubling investigation tied to Nancy Guthrie. What began as a case marked by uncertainty and concern has now taken a devastating turn, as authorities confirm the identity of the deceased, bringing grief, unanswered questions, and renewed urgency to uncover the truth. This tragic development has shaken the local community to its core. For days, whispers of a missing person and an ongoing investigation had circulated, but confirmation of the worst possible outcome has transformed concern into heartbreak. As officials continue their work, friends, family members, and neighbors are left grappling with loss and searching for clarity in the face of unimaginable pain. A grim discovery that changed everything. The canal, once just a quiet stretch of water cutting through the landscape, has now become the focal point of a deeply unsettling investigation. Early reports indicated that authorities were called to the scene after a passerby noticed something unusual in the water. What followed was a swift response from emergency services and law enforcement, who quickly secured the area. Recovery teams worked carefully and respectfully, knowing the gravity of what they were dealing with. While initial details were scarce, it didn't take long for officials to confirm that the body belonged to a woman. The discovery immediately raised alarm bells, particularly given the ongoing investigation connected to Nancy Guthrie. As news spread, the atmosphere in the surrounding community shifted dramatically. Residents who had been following the case with cautious optimism were now confronted with a tragic reality. Identification brings answers, and more questions. Authorities later confirmed the identity of the woman, a step that often brings some measure of closure. However, in this case, it has also deepened the mystery. While officials have not disclosed every detail publicly, they have acknowledged that the identification is directly relevant to the broader investigation. This connection has intensified scrutiny and raised pressing questions. What led to this woman's death? How is she connected to the events under investigation? And most importantly, was this a tragic accident, or something far more sinister? For the victim's loved ones, the confirmation is both a painful certainty and the beginning of a new ordeal. The hope that she might still be found alive has been replaced by the harsh reality of loss. The human toll, grief beyond words. Behind every headline is a life, a person with dreams, relationships, and a story that mattered. As the identity of the woman became known, tributes began to emerge from those who knew her best. Friends described her as kind-hearted and full of life, someone who left a lasting impression on everyone she met. Family members, devastated by the news, have asked for privacy as they navigate their grief. The ripple effects of such a loss extend far beyond immediate relatives. Co-workers, neighbors, and even those who only knew her in passing have been affected. In tight-knit communities, tragedies like this resonate deeply, creating a shared sense of sorrow. Vigils and informal gatherings have begun to take shape, offering a space for collective mourning. Flowers, candles, and handwritten notes now mark places of remembrance, silent testaments to a life cut short. The Nancy Guthrie investigation, a case under the spotlight. The mention of Nancy Guthrie in connection with this tragedy has drawn significant attention. While details remain limited, authorities have confirmed that the investigation involving her is ongoing and active. Whether Nancy Guthrie is directly involved or connected through circumstances is still unclear. What is certain, however, is that investigators are treating the case with the utmost seriousness. Law enforcement agencies have increased their efforts, conducting interviews, gathering forensic evidence, and piecing together a timeline of events. Every detail, no matter how small, is being examined in hopes of understanding what happened. Public interest in the case has surged, with many following developments closely. The combination of mystery, tragedy, and unanswered questions has made this one of the most talked about investigations in recent memory. Law enforcement speaks out. Officials have urged patience as they continue their work. In statements to the press, they emphasize that investigations of this nature are complex and require time. "We understand the public's concern and the desire for answers," one spokesperson said. "But it is critical that we follow the evidence carefully to ensure that we arrive at the truth." Authorities have also reassured the community that there is no immediate threat to public safety, though they have not ruled out any possibilities. This cautious approach underscores the seriousness of the case. Investigators are not jumping to conclusions, instead focusing on building a clear and accurate picture of events. The role of forensics and evidence. In cases like this, forensic analysis plays a crucial role. Experts are working to determine the cause and manner of death, examining everything from physical evidence to environmental factors. The canal itself is being treated as a key part of the investigation. Water conditions, currents, and surrounding terrain are all being analyzed to understand how the body came to be there. Additionally, digital forensics may provide valuable insights. Phone records, surveillance footage, and online activity could all help reconstruct the victim's final movements. Every piece of evidence is a potential clue, one that could bring investigators closer to the truth. Community reaction, shock, fear, and solidarity. The emotional impact of this tragedy has been profound. Residents have expressed a mix of shock, sadness, and concern. For many, the idea that such an event could happen in their community is deeply unsettling. Questions about safety and security have naturally arisen, even as authorities work to reassure the public. At the same time, there has been a strong sense of solidarity. People are coming together to support one another, offering comfort and compassion in a time of need. Local organizations and community leaders have stepped in, providing resources for those struggling to cope with the news. Counseling services, support groups, and outreach initiatives are helping individuals process their emotions. Media coverage and public interest. The case has quickly gained traction in the media, with outlets covering every new development. While this attention can help bring awareness, it also comes with challenges. Speculation and rumors can spread rapidly, sometimes complicating the investigation. Authorities have urged the public to rely on verified information and avoid jumping to conclusions. Responsible reporting is essential in situations like this. The focus should remain on the facts, the investigation, and the human impact of the tragedy. Remembering the victim. Amid the investigation and media coverage, it is important not to lose sight of the person at the center of it all. She was more than a name in a headline. She was a daughter, a friend, a colleague, someone whose life had meaning and value. Those who knew her best are now sharing stories and memories, ensuring that she is remembered for who she was, not just how she died. In times of tragedy, these personal reflections serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of compassion and empathy. The road ahead. Seeking justice and closure. As the investigation continues, the ultimate goal remains clear: to uncover the truth and ensure justice. This process can be long and difficult, requiring patience from both investigators and the community. But it is a necessary journey, one that honors the victim and supports her loved ones. Closure may not come easily, but every step forward brings the possibility of answers. A message of compassion. In moments like these, words often feel inadequate. The pain experienced by the victim's family and friends is beyond measure. Our hearts go out to them during this incredibly difficult time. Grief is a deeply personal journey, and there is no right or wrong way to navigate it. What matters most is that they are not alone, that their community stands with them, offering support, understanding, and love. Final thoughts. The identification of the woman found in the canal marks a tragic turning point in an already complex investigation. It is a moment that brings both clarity and sorrow, answers and new questions. As authorities continue their work, the focus must remain on truth, justice, and compassion. Behind every detail of the case is a human story, one that deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. In the days and weeks ahead, more information will likely come to light. But for now, the priority is clear: to support those who are grieving, to seek the truth, and to remember the life that has been lost.